Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, September 28th, 2015. Traders, great to be with you on a Monday, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Nice sunny skies, white sandy beaches. And how are you all doing? Ready for another exciting week of Forex trading. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL. FXCL, excellence in trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Today's got a lot to talk about today. Got some currency charts, got 6 currency charts to look at, and got some news and some data and all that good stuff coming up. So let's get moving. Let me introduce myself too. My name is William Guild. I am your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I do record this during the Asia session. Traders, I started trading in 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Well, it's 8 years later, and I'm still here. Absolutely enjoying trading in Asia. And living here, of course. Traders, I trade technical. I'm a technical trader. However, I do listen and watch fundamentals very closely, especially today with the sentiment of the market. I'm always looking for opportunities and probabilities for the trade to be successful on my side of the win-loss column. However, I will tell you, I do lose trades like everybody else. I'm just like you are. The only difference is I do videos every day. And I've got a lot of hours behind the charts. I start my day early in the morning. We start Asia session. Starts about 4:30 Thailand time in the morning. So I started at about 6:30 looking at charts. And basically, I run till about 10:30 p.m. Thailand time, which is 11:30 in the end of the morning in New York, Eastern Standard Time. So I do put in a full day. No, I don't sit in front of my charts that whole time. I do get breaks, 2 hours here, an hour there, an hour and a half here. So I don't spend the whole time. And, you know, with these smartphones, iPhone, it's great. You can go out and always check your trade, see what's going on. All right, let's get the risk disclaimer out of the way, get the legal stuff moving here. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head on over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at some of the numbers, how the sessions closed on Friday. The US 30 closed up 0.70%. The S&P 500 closed down barely at 0.05%. The NASDAQ closed down negative 1.01%. The small cap 2000 closed negative 1.24%. So quite a negative close as far as the US markets. Let's go over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed up 2.77%. The FTSE 100 closed up 2.47%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed up 3.07%. And the Eurostoxx 50 out of Frankfurt closed up 3.11%. Wow. Some high closes there. I assume that's why we see what we see on the charts. So let's head on over to Asia, and let's take a look at the Nikkei 225 is currently negative 0.77%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is positive 1.06%. And the Shanghai is flat, zeros all across the board. Hang Seng's closed today for a holiday. And the Kospi out of Seoul is absolutely flat, zeros across the board. As those two markets, I think, have just opened like 10 minutes ago. All right, let's take a look at the calendar. Not much going on the calendar today. Pretty slow day in the calendar. And the only news we have is in the U.S. session. And if I'm not mistaken, it is pending home sales. But let me make sure. Yes, pending home sales month on month is the only high impact data we have today for our trading sessions. However, keep an eye on your calendar. We've got a lot of medium impact. And also at the same time, half hour before the New York stock market, or when the stock market opens, an hour after, you have Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index. Now, that's a medium impact, but you just might want to keep an eye on that. And that's about it, folks. We have nothing in Asia, nothing in the Eurozone that I see worth mentioning. Let's see what we got there. No, nothing really. Got a couple of speakers coming out of the BOE, and that's about it, folks. Commentary is I'm looking for a pretty good trading week. I don't think we have anything to get in the way. Everybody's back in the markets. There's plenty of volatility, plenty of trades to be had. I think it's just important that you watch your trades and, you know, keep an eye on what's going on. You know, I tend to get in trades and, you know, I really hate leaving my charts until they get to break even, you know, and sometimes that's kind of difficult because that can take hours sometimes. As I am an intraday trader, I don't keep trades overnight, I'd say most of the time. So I'm looking for a good trading week this week. We don't have, I don't know if anybody's speaking, however, it is NFP week, so Friday we do have NFP. That'll be a big day, and you can expect Thursday to be a sluggish day as day before NFP. Might get some moves, and then, of course, NFP Friday by London, 2 hours into London session. If you don't have a trade in profit by then, don't take any trades. Of course, the market just soaks up and doesn't do anything. All right, let's get started on our charts. These are 30-minute charts. That means every candlestick that you see on the chart is 30 minutes in duration. And we'll start off with the euro-dollar. You can see this is in a range. It's been a nasty range here pretty much of the day on Friday. For the New York session, you know, every 2 candles is an hour. So you can wrap up 12 hours real easy on that chart right there. And so there's not a lot of pips being made there. So I'm just waiting for this break of this trend line, which is a valid trend line. It's a 4-touch trend line. So I'm looking for this to break the trend line. We'll try to get in at 1.1185 with a bearish candlestick formation. We'll get out at 1.1127 using our support indicator on the bottom of the chart, that yellow line, and we'll get out of the trade about there. So nice trade if it works. It's a good 50+ pip trade. We just need that bearish candlestick formation. We do have a 200 EMA that's sticking right at us. So we just have to keep an eye on it. And this looks like this is going to be a wait for the London Open. And take the trade then. I would not take it in Asia. Let's look at the pound. Pound's bearish at the moment. Even the daily charts pretty bearish. I'd be a little concerned. It's at pretty significant support level. So just be careful of that. I don't think it's going to influx us too much. However, we are sitting above, and it's not closed below this daily pivot point on this chart. And I wouldn't do anything until it closes below this pivot and closes with a bearish candlestick. So I'm looking at a 1.5186, and we'll come down to 1.5143. So we're looking at a 40+ pip trade here. But like I said, we have to get that close below that daily pivot. This can bounce here at the London Open, folks, and head to the upside. So you have to be really careful. As there were, you know, some good moves on Friday, and you never know, profit taking and all that stuff could happen today. So just keep an eye on that. Here's an Aussie, pretty ugly chart. I have to be honest with you. If you look at this left of the chart stuff, we are in the middle of a mess, to be honest with you. And I don't like this trade. We got to clear out of all this junk. So I put this trend line in here, and we're going to get in here at 0.700, which I don't like either because that's a psychological level, and you know you got a bunch of buy orders there. So I don't like that at all. So we need to get below this trend line, and we need to. I would wait till we get to like 69.90 and then get in and take it to the downside. Got plenty of room to take this trade before we hit some support at 0.6954. So it is a pretty good trade here, and you know, I think we can make some pips. We just got to get out of this range that we're in. This is a really nasty range where it's just bouncing around here. So, you know, just be careful with this one. Just wait till we break out one way or another. I wouldn't want to be trading in this right at the moment. Okay, here's your Aussie in the downtrend again. However, this candle is closed. Wow, I didn't notice it when I took the screenshot of this, but almost below our trend line. We want a trend line breakdown here, and we want to get in here at about, see, this is, again, is at a psychological level of 5,900. So let's wait until we get down to like 58.90, and then we can take this down to 58.25 or 30, and I think that's a nice 70 pip trade, 65 pip trade. But I think we should wait till we get below this 200 exponential moving average and close below it, and then just take it down from there. Another good trade. I think this is a really good trade if it works for us. We just need some price action. Here's the euro yen, pretty sideways, not much happened here. We're sort of like in this range, and the problem here is we have this 200 exponential moving average, and we got the daily pivot point all locked in one area here. So I'm placing, looking to place the order below the 200 at 134.60 in that area. We'll take it down to support at 134.18. Again, this is like a 55-pip trade here, and we get this to close below that 200 exponential moving average. If you get a bearish engulfing candle and you take out these wicks in this range, you can enter that trade even if you're above that 200. I think you're going to get a bounce at the 200, but I don't think it's going to stop you. I think like I said, if it gets out of this range, I would enter the trade. Take a look at the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar is still, if you look at the daily chart, folks, it's really still, at support, but it's bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's at levels that are really uncomfortable. Again, I wouldn't take a trade here until this closed below the daily pivot point at 63.50, and we'll look to get out at the S1 pivot and also the 200 exponential moving average at 63.28. And I wouldn't do anything, crazy with this New Zealand dollar. I do a newsletter every day, and I put in my newsletter today that I wouldn't even look to enter this New Zealand dollar, at least for 24 hours. I let this work itself out. I'm not sure what this is going to do here. And the daily chart, take a look at it, and then come back and look at this chart, and you'll understand what I'm saying. Well, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs, traders. On behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me on a Monday as we get ready to start our trading week. Excited to be here, excited to be trading, excited to be behind my charts and getting in the groove for the big move, I would say. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Take care, traders. Have a good trading day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Remember, trade smart and not hard. Take care now. Bye-bye.